Doing here, Coach Davis?
Well,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Room past the 20. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Freeman takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. and good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Neal. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Jones has it. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 21.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. He's got, and Freeman lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Seattle.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double dog, that's the way. Alert 3.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
380. Like my boy. Too little,
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54.
Here's Carson. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check, 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 check.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, they'll run the screen with Carson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets it to Gordon. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Wilson. And now he's going to use his legs. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This is Carson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check 26, check 26. Box 12, 12.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's it, baby.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing.
Slam. Safe. Check. Space. Move.
They'll try and run it in. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. Oh, the Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Tight down. There you go. No. 20.
Freeman again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Keep playing hard.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted, master